Till that in 2018, Pope Francis married two flight attendants in an impromptu mid-air wedding on a plane during a trip to Chile. The couple had gotten married in a civil ceremony in 2010 but weren't able to follow it up with a church service because of the earthquake in Chile that year. This better be a successful marriage. Can you imagine is splitting up after the Pope himself oversaw your wedding? After being married for 8 years already, working the same job together, and deciding to get married again, on the job, by the Pope. I guess their chances are fine. It does bode well when their relationship is often up in the air. Woe im dum. I saw the title and thought, wait, the Pope is allowed to get married. Holy shit, I thought Pope married himself to two flight attendants. Totally misunderstood that title. Forgetting a papal dispense for this one. Dispense for the waiting for this sitting upping a papal My first thought was the Pope is bigamist. Sadly, that's two more spouses than the Pope is allowed to have. Fun fact: Catholic priests aren't technically forbidden from sex. They are forbidden from marriage, and sex outside of marriage is a sin, but the sex itself is technically the banned item. The rules say that the Pope can't marry a woman, but they don't say he can't marry two or more. Same. I am disappointed. I originally read the title as though Pope Francis himself married two flight attendants, and I thought, whoa, popes are way more progressive than I was aware of. Reread it and realized I was just poorly utilizing me reading comprehension skills. Reminds me of a comment I saw about someone misunderstanding the story of Saint Valentine as a child, what they were told. Valentine was martyred for marrying young men so they could avoid army conscription. What was meant? Valentine was killed for marrying young men to their girlfriends. What they understood? Saint Valentine was killed for having too many husbands. They were twins, how could he choose? Said the Vatican. You weren't the only one who read it that way. Would be completely out of character for popists. Or in Wikipedia, org or wikio, or list of sexually active popes. Popes how legally married. Does the Pope actually flee commercial? Actually, yes, unless there are safety risks. He also wears a funny hat. Your wedding was nice and all, but did the Pope himself officiate your wedding? That should count as the executive lounge membership for the Mile High Club. The Pope not using a private jet like that American evangelist who has like 5 jets. Vatican does own a private jet, and they use the Italian state airline to fly most places. Traditionally, he charters a plane from the Italian state-owned airline for the flight to the destination, and for the flight back he charters one from the local flag carrier of the country he visited 200, which also means that those are normal passenger planes without stuff like anti-missile systems like found in the Air Force One and other planes for head of states. The Pope flew economy. The Pope Is that one of Dave's friends? Man, I'd forgotten about that joke, ha ha ha. Unfortunately worded title seems to indicate that the Pope is in a polyamorous marriage. But did they take the Precana course? Lamy first thought as well. The Holy Father might be able to waive that. Nay, he probably subjected them to it while there was no escape. Pope Francis marrying 2 flight attendants. Kinky. I read this wrong. I thought the Pope got married to 2 flight attendants mid-air. The ultimate way to get into the Mile High Club. I don't know why, but for some reason I expected them being a lesbian or a gay couple the moment I read flight attendants. You just know they gonna lord that over every other married couple they meet. Oh, you're a Catholic? Well, US what? I mean, whether you're Catholic or not. That's a still one approximately heck of a flex. I'm not Catholic, but I love this guy. Has the best pope that's ever poped. Definitely as popes go he's pretty great. He also has a rock album. Of course, as popes go is a very low bar considering all the atrocities the Catholic Church is responsible for. After the ceremony, one of the toilets on the aircraft was occupied for a suspiciously long time. Why would the Pope need 2 flight attendant wives? Who said anything about wives? Oh God. Mid-air wedding sounds so cool. Destination wedding goals. They will never stop telling the story on how the Pope himself blessed their marriage. Dost count unless it's in the church. Can't have outdoor weddings since they are Catholic. But aguous if you were going to get an exemption from anyone it'd be the Pope, so it's probably all good. It's not impossible to have a wedding physically outside of a Catholic church. It just depends on getting permission or a priest who will do it. In extenuating circumstances, you can definitely receive the sacrament of marriage this way, and the Pope definitely has the power to give that exception. Makes perfect sense too. Francis feels he should always do his duty before God, even when it's unexpected. I think he sees opportunities like that as divine signs to make something happen.